Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing today? Hello! Chat! I hate how impossible it is for external noises to wake me up. I woke up to my phone being burning hot because my alarm had been ringing for over an hour.
And you still have a special place in my heart.
There were there was omega loud construction outside too. Which is annoying as hell. But it is what it is. You woke up late? I mean, not really. I have my alarm to try to make sure my sleep schedule doesn't go upside down. It's not because I actually need to wake up at a specific time. You know? It is what it is. Anyways, I need to actually give him more ER. That's what I need to do. So, it's been too long since he's been on Noblesse properly, but time for him to go back. It's better. That's okay. Alright, let's go do a little bit more of this. It's annoying though. Like, this abyss is just so cringe for testing. What the fuck is that? You mean the PMA? No, the PMA is not bad. The problem is how cringe Chamber 1 is. It's this fucking guy. If this guy wasn't in Abyss, it would be a lot less cringe. Yeah. I'll just do like... Yeah, I'll just do this. Alright.
Let's get down to business. Finally, guys, the fairy. You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
I'm an idiot.
Chill to the bone.
And Farina was going, and
Get careless. Let's move.
You're not going anywhere.
come on. There we go.
This one's well done.
There we go.
Flash frost. Cause it.
They're very annoying, but... Hey, I accidentally broke the... What do you mean, part 2? What do you mean, what do I mean, part 2?
Your coming was foretold. The eternal oasis at long last.
Wave. That's very annoying. Well, that's okay. Huge. Is there an advantage to only single E on Dea? Is there an advantage to double E on Dea? What do you gain from it? The damage from the second E? Ooh. Let's go. Pyro Infusion. Huge. Well, I love this. Easy. Oh, that's fine. Do this. That's not what I do. Oh. Okay. Is Dea doing anything in this team? I mean, she's giving you resistance to interruption, deepwood, higher resonance. Isn't this such a horrible abyss for KINICH? It really is, yeah. It's fucking awful for him. Remember to add him to your Anka? Sure, I can do that. Outside of the one Hydro enemy, I've found the second half to be very good for him. I mean, the second half is fine for him, but the first half is really ass, and when a new character comes out and they're bad on the first half, it feels like shit. Like, it truly feels like complete garbage. Mm. Do you have any thoughts on the new boss and how it feels to fight in Abyss? You mean the gluttonous Yumkasaur Mountain King? It feels like a punching bag. It feels very squishy. Well, not squishy, but like, I don't know. Thank you for the 12 months. A big year, Green Wolf. Can you show how a Bennettless team feels? Do I have to? What kind of team would I want to make then? Arena, Baiju, Shangling. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Let's get down to business. How's this?
Oh, what the fuck? Buddy, calm the hell down. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Let's get down to business.
I don't want to use my burst again, dude. What weapon is my Nahida on even? I don't know.
Your coming was foretold. The eternal oasis at long last.
annoying. Come on. Oh, I don't have enough DR. Oh, whatever. Well, it happens, I guess. Yes, all has been well. Thank you for the 16 months, Ephraim. I'm missing a little bit of VR. Not too much, but just enough to be cringe. Almost a year indeed. Even the 9 months. TP Besu. Okay, business. Dude, I was moving. I was fucking... Okay, I guess I have to wait until he's done before I can start. Fine. Okay, that's fucking cringe! Why wasn't I able to move? What? The fuck was that all about? God, what an annoying enemy. It's not that annoying, it's just sometimes annoying. Oh. I don't actually need to do this. That's annoying. But that's okay. You got stuck on the pyro thingies he spat out? Oh, I see. That makes sense. Bro got chokers and is still playing right on Hyperloom. Yeah, you got a problem with that, bozo? So Jeff is the kind of MF that would say, I like switching teams around, playing different units, and then immediately crawl back to Hyperloom after 5 seconds. See, you could have said that with Neuvillette instead of Hyperbloom, and you would have had a point. But, like, do you have any idea how little I've played Hyperbloom in the past fucking 6 months? I've played Hyperbloom more since yesterday than I did in the previous 6 months. Alright, calm down, bozo. He finally feels like an upgrade in KINICH teams. Fair, although I would say that the Bennett channeling Farina team also feels pretty good. What would be the best KINICH team that doesn't use any 5 stars other than him? I wonder. Yeah, maybe it's just this. Oh.
Finally, I could
I've never seen Farina be used as a healer in Abyss. It wasn't her being used as a healer. It was preventing my own hydro application so I wouldn't break the pyro shield, so I could use it to swirl or to absorb pyro and Kazuha's burst so I could break the cryo shield.
Your coming was foretold. The eternal oasis at long last.
Okay. I guess this works. I guess this works. Oh, wait, that's not wait, but it's fine. Okay. And move again. I'm not gonna die, am I? I'm dead. Thank you, think so. You saved my life. You little shit! Singto, you suck! Okay. Alright, I mean, this feels alright, honestly. I don't think I like it more than Sucrose National, but it's very decent. Completely functional. Is Chili on fully M here? No. I can't be bothered changing her build just for this. Not happening. No thank you. You get more Burgeons than Pyronado hits. Okay! And how does that change what I said? Does the fact that I get more Burgeons than Pyronado hits mean that I'm suddenly able to change her build in 3 seconds instead of having to fucking gear for an hour? Doesn't change anything. I just think EM channeling might be better. Well, why are you fucking being so passive aggressive then? You get more Burgeons than Pyronado, but okay. Like, it is what it is. Ooh. We might be able to get 5 that way. Interesting. One sec. I fucked up. That was awful. Am I coping too hard, or is Venti actually a good KINICH teammate? I mean, he's gonna be alright, sure. You need grouping. Doesn't Lunan just want ER and defense on all pieces except Hyper Bloom on the healing modus on Circle? Kinda, yeah. The 5 is doable. It's just Omega tight. I'll lock this. I'm an idiot. I didn't. My bad. What do you think about his AoE now after playing him? Not ideal. Like it's fine if the enemies are very tightly grouped, but otherwise it's kind of ass. Don't go for my potions. Good. Wait. For my potions and I'll never come back. Good. You're not welcome here. Okay, the business. Sound effects are so satisfying. I agree. His sound effects are quite satisfying. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm back, chat. It's time to soften up. Cease your hardoing. Guards! Guards, please, do your job. Holy. Permaban. Huge. Getting the band in chat. Thank you. He isn't dead. A surprise. Okay. It has. Holy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the continued support. 36 months. Holy. That is kind of crazy, actually. Yes, it do be. Bulls too. Alright. Are there any other teams I want to test right now? Hyperbloom? I did that yesterday. Yeah, maybe I want to do some sort of aggravate team. Fuck, I really don't want to test on the second side of Abyss. It's so cringe. Let's do like this for now. This. Probably should have waited a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, this feels like ass. Okay. What about a straight up aggravate team? That's fucking annoying. We can just barely get 3. The damage isn't that good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for... I really do not love this. Not a large fan, to be quite honest with you. Como over Bennett. Yeah, you could do that. That means I could fucking die of cringe, man. Oh! I don't really care what this is. Need to be... Coffee is gonna be really nice today. Yeah, I don't like this. Like, it works, but it's not good. Hey, why are you guys saying loggers? I'm confused. Is there a reason to log right now? Anyways, you guys want to know what KINICH's biggest flaw is? KINICH's biggest flaw is that you want the most random ass fucking characters on Deepwood in his teams, and it makes it so that you're always gonna have to fucking change their build around between his teams and their other teams. And it's gonna be a massive pain in the ass. You think Johnny can work with KINICH? He works, but I think you're better off playing a pyro defensive unit instead of Johnny. If I'm playing ABD Bennett KINICH, who should meet my 4th B and who should hold Deepwood? I like Daya the most as the last unit in the slot, and Daya on Deepwood, but Changling on Deepwood works as well. Okay, chat. Fucking annoying ass phone. I'm gonna fucking turn it off. Jesus. Oh, chat. Have you guys seen the fucking? Have you guys seen this? Insane. Insane. What is that? Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast are partnering up to launch this. Whatever the fuck this is. Oh, dude, this shit makes me laugh, honestly. Get these frauds, yeah. Like, that's crazy. Doesn't Prime already have some ongoing lawsuits due to lead in their drinks? Wait, do they? I was not aware of that. There's no way these Lunchable type stuff tastes good. Yeah, like, stuff like Lunchables is so bad for your health. Even if you were to actually trust their word that it's better for your health than Lunchables, it's still gonna be ass for your health. And content creators whose main target audience is children should not be fucking legally allowed to advertise this kind of shit, in my opinion. Let alone start their own business in that industry. kids shouldn't watch YouTube in the first place anyways. I don't think that's true. Kids shouldn't watch unsupervised YouTube, sure. But honestly, kids are the main problem. We should get rid of them. You raise a good point, honestly. I don't think kids should watch Logan Paul. Yeah, but who should watch Logan Paul? You know, like, who's gonna take Logan Paul seriously other than kids? Can't believe Logan Paul still has a platform. He still has his platform after that video in January 2018. Bro, that is far from the worst thing he's done. Like that's the shitty part. It's far from the worst thing he's done. It's still horrible. I mean, yeah, obviously. My point is just, it's not, whatever. Yeah. Forest thing was just disrespectful. I'm pretty sure he's done illegal shit. Yeah, he's done incredibly illegal and unethical things. Do you find KINICH's mobility clunky in overworld? Not really. Is game part over? I don't know what other teams I want to test. The Claymore is beautiful. It does look pretty cool. Good point. What's the best KINICH Daya team you've found? The best KINICH Daya team that I've... Or the KINICH Daya team that feels the best for me has been KINICH Daya Emily Bennett. But I was pleasantly surprised by KINICH National, honestly. I didn't expect it to be this nice. Here is no easy way to persevere. Persevere. Like, it feels pretty good. Don't know how to rotate smoothly with KINICH after doing the grapple thing. You just spam, you just mash left click. Can KINICH, Imidi, Toma, Kokomi work? I mean, kinda. But you're playing Kokomi instead of Bennett, so obviously it's not gonna be as good. Apparently super overperformed on this boss with KINICH. I mean, sure, but she's not doing that much damage anyways, because she's on Deepwood Fav. And she's not really vaping much. Who can I play him with instead of Nahida and Imidi because I don't have them? You can do something like this. Karina would be better than Singto in the slot, but that's okay. KINICH doesn't show up on my Anka. Really? He should. Yeah, he does. KINICH early build. Here we go. Have you managed to get a 5-shot skill off yet? Yeah. You need the ult though. One, 2, 3. Fuck. Annoying ass motherfucker. Fine, I'll do it against Simon. Of a little bit below. A little. I fucked it up. I missed one, or I was a little late on one. Fucking calice this tabarnak. Fuck you. Now my energy's gone. I'm not getting my burst back. Whatever. You'll have to believe me. You can check earlier in the VOD. I'm not fucking bothering with this shit. Don't believe you? Well, too bad. I don't care. Alright, so is KINICH considered meta? Yeah? I'd say he is. This abyss is really annoying for him, though. How would you rate him? Meta. He is a character. A Dendro character. A Dendro Claymore. How would you rate him as boyfriend material? As, like, 0. Like, listen, okay? Listen, okay? It's fine for there to be annoying-ass characters in a game, right? Sometimes a character having a shitty personality is completely fine. It can enhance a story. But, like, as someone that you would actually have to interact with, ew. What the fuck? In an actual romantic relationship? Ew! With that motherfucker? Isn't a how the annoying one? A how is very... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. He's... irritating, but not quite. Like, he's irritating on purpose. Like, he's obnoxious, I guess, but not really. Yeah, KINICH is just, like, emotionally a child. Like, he does not seem to understand the concept of people's, of emotions. And I think that immature, yeah, he's emotionally very immature. He has no tact. He doesn't know how to speak respectfully to people. And he doesn't try either. I would not be able to stand him if he were a real person. Better than all the Hytham? Sure, that's fair. Sometimes I think Zajef reads my messages and gets so disappointed. That's okay. I'd rather be disappointed than annoyed or irritated, you know? Like, I can survive disappointment. But yeah, like, how I feel like I could actually get along with if he were real. Like, Ah, that's the word I'm looking for. He's abrasive. That's what he is. How is abrasive, but he's not insensitive. At least he hasn't shown himself to be insensitive. He's just trying to fuck with people, you know? But like, KINICH is incredibly insensitive. Bro was saying the worst possible thing to Kachina every single time he opened his mouth. Like, the worst possible thing you could say to someone in distress. Every time. And he was not aware of it. Drinking French press coffee? Yeah. Wanna know why? Because it's the least amount of effort you have to put into making coffee. It's the same reason I don't have milk or sugar in my coffee anymore. Like, I drink my coffee pretty slowly. And I drink a lot. So, I'd have to go back down to get the milk every time I make a new cup. That's a pain in the ass. You strike me as an Americano guy. I'll drink any coffee because my main purpose in drinking coffee isn't to enjoy it, it's to get some caffeine in my body. But if I'm trying to actually have a coffee I enjoy, I'll make a cappuccino. Cappuccinos are my poison. Yeah, real. What's your favorite type of coffee, Chad? Arlecchino or Capitano? I'm a Colombina kind of lad. I see. I can accept that. Any duels today? Yeah, you know what? Let's do the mini. Haven't done the mini in a few days. What the fuck? Wait, isn't that a breed of dog? Is it supposed to be vet? Maybe it is. Even. Cross, bro. What the fuck? What? Ripe. Spend. Set. Oiled. Bravo. Woo! Sub 1 minute! Let's go! Holy! Valet Todd. POG. Insane. Wasn't your best 47 seconds? Minis can be much harder or easier depending on the day. So rather than... I'm always very happy when I can get it sub 1 minute. Not impressive unless you can do the Pokedoku. I don't play Pokemon. I've never played a Pokemon game other than like 2 days of Pokemon Go. Alright? I bet you can name me 3 of the Vivasaurs and Fossil Fighters. Okay? Listen. Not everyone could afford actual games instead of fucking ripoffs when they were young, okay? Vulnerability to Animo. Why are you invulnerable to Dendro? That's cringe. A place for me. Wait, don't these wings actually look kind of sick? Wait, chat, am I actually gonna go away from the default wings on someone? These wings actually look sick. Wait. Holy. Yeah, I'm actually gonna want those. So Jeff cares about aesthetics? Yeah. Usually, I don't really care too much about aesthetics. But the main reason for that is because I think it's funny when I don't. Like, I'm intentionally avoiding aesthetics because I think it's funny. People that care about the fashion impact get so annoyed when they see me on default wings on everyone. And I think it's funny.
Killjoy, we've only just begun.
Okay, business. Is that the one that's immune to Dendro? I think so, yeah. Maybe one day I'll do a Nuzlocke. No promises, though.
Come on! Show me through this then! Yes, you are. Qualified.
No promises. Genshin Nuzlocke sounds like suffering. Yeah. Genshin isn't a game that lends itself very well to stuff like that. I do a Nuzlocke on my EU account. What are the rules for it? What restrictions have you imposed on yourself? But you don't even do Abyss. Like, what's the fucking... What's the win condition? Like, how do you know you've succeeded? I do Abyss on that account. I see. Kill a character means dead forever unless you pull a constellation. That's weak. That's weak as fuck. But okay. You can revive them with constellations? That is weak. Does this give any... Oh yeah, it does, right? This? Yeah. Which means, just from the 4 quests here, I'm done with reputation in this sub-region. Right, so that's 800, and I'm 0 out of 800. So, starting next week, I should do bounties and supply notices in another tribe. Wage. Chad, is it time to quest? No, it's not. We'll record the first impressions for KINICH and then we'll quest. Alright, Chad, say hi to YouTube. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Hi, to my first impressions on KINICH. KINICH came out yesterday, and I've been testing him for a little bit. And so far, I quite like him. I think he's a pretty enjoyable character to play. I expected him to be fun, and I'm glad that he didn't fall short of my expectations. He didn't really exceed them either. He's pretty much what I expected, but considering my expectations were for him to be fun, I'm pretty happy with that. As usual, right? I did a bunch of testing on a bunch of different teams. However, this Abyss is very misleading when it comes to KINICH testing, and I want to give you guys this as a warning against getting too caught up in the moment, or getting too caught up in the numbers. First, this blessing gives Natlan character 80% elemental skill damage and normal attack damage, but in KINICH's case, it's the skill damage that matters. That's a lot. 80% is a massive buff. Which means that the damage numbers you're going to see in the Abyss testing is going to be a lot bigger than what you're actually supposed to see. If you just look at my build, his skill is currently talent level 8. His artifacts overall are nothing outstanding, but pretty solid considering how long 5.0 has been out. I did a bunch of refreshes to make sure I could get a viable set. The feather is a little underwhelming, obviously. Flower is pretty good. Sands is pretty good. And Circlet is okay. All in all, though, the damage I'm missing out on from my build being worse than what you'd expect on my other characters, and from my skill being level 8 instead of 9 or 10, the damage I lose from that is a lot less than the damage I get from the Abyss Blessing, right? So, despite having a build that is far from complete yet, the numbers you'll see in the Abyss showcases are still inflated because the blessing is just so good. So keep that in mind as you watch this. Don't get too clickbaited by the big numbers. But yeah, outside of that though, the matchups in this Abyss are not great for him. He's fine on the second half, but testing on the second half is never ideal. You never really want to test on the second half when a new character comes out, because it means you have to clear the first half every time you want to test something, which is quite annoying, honestly. So, and when it comes to first half testing, there's a pretty tanky cryo elemental shield. Pyro elemental shield. There's a pyro elemental shield that forces you to bring a hydro unit. You're not strictly forced, you can just brute force it, but it's not good. And then on top of that, you've got the Jade Plume Terror Shroom with Dendro Resistance, and the Yumkasaur, which I think also has Dendro Resistance. Gluttonous. Yeah. Which also has pretty high Dendro Resistance. So, the first half is really bad for him when it comes to testing, so most of the testing has been done in the second half, which obviously means I haven't been able to do as much testing, because I need to clear the first half every time. I did do some testing on the first half as well, as you'll see in the footage, but do keep in mind that the first half is pretty cringe. Also, do keep in mind that this Abyss is a lot easier than the previous Abyss. So seeing good clear times doesn't necessarily mean he's insane. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with the testing footage, and I will see you in the outro. Okay, now we can do the outro. How do you feel without your hair? Free. I feel free. I'm so fucking glad I cut my hair. Jesus. Anyways. Honestly, I'm thinking of trimming my beard a lot as well. I have like an annoying curve in my beard that will not go away no matter what I do. And that makes it look uneven even when it's not. But if it's short enough, it won't matter. Anyways, so, as you guys have seen, he's been performing pretty well. I've been having a lot of fun with him. I want to quickly go over some of the teams that I've used for him and talk about how they've felt overall. As a general rule, I think most of the teams that didn't use Bennett kind of felt like ass. The Baiju Farina team that didn't use Bennett felt okay. And the just pure Hyper Bloom with Nahida, Raiden, Singto also felt okay. They're usable for sure if you don't want to use Bennett for him, but and just for the editors, these are the teams if you can put them on screen. This as well as this. Other than that, if you're looking for a team that pretty much everyone will be able to make for him, just putting him in the national core works completely fine. Personally, I don't really like this team more than the Sucrose National because Sucrose National has been my personal favorite team for a pretty long time. But it does have some upsides over it. It's a lot easier to play. The setups are pretty brain dead. You're kind of just fucking mashing your keyboard and things will work out. So despite me not particularly loving it over the Sucrose version instead of KINICH, it's definitely still a pretty solid KINICH team if you don't have any of his other teammates available. I wouldn't say it's better than the alternatives, but it's close enough that I wouldn't feel too unhappy with it. Other than that, I think that when it comes to Bennett Changling, the last teammate that you'd want really is Farina. And if you're not going to be using Farina in the last slot, I think Changling is a bit of a waste. She will always be able to work, but the damage that you'll get from Changling without external buffs isn't actually that incredibly high. So you're going to want to have her on deep wood, and then if you have her on deep wood, that makes her damage even lower, and then if her damage is even lower, and in order to snapshot her, you have to lose Bennett uptime on KINICH, you start getting to the point where it might be better off just using a different unit instead, and using their abilities before you swap to Bennett. Which is where Daya, Toma, I'm not gonna say it. Daya and Toma truly shine. Personally, I prefer Daya over Toma. One, because it's Daya. And two, because she's not energy reliant, and because you need to have them on deep wood, it's a bit harder to have enough ER on Toma for him to do his thing. It's still doable. So if you want to play Toma, you definitely can. It's not a problem. But Daya not being energy reliant makes it easier to play. And then obviously the last slot is pretty much just some form of off-field damage. Emily is definitely the best slot here, but you can get away with other things as well. I'd say that the main two teams that I've found to be the most effective are this one, the one with Daya Emily, and this one with channeling Farina. These have been my two favorite teams for him. The most annoying, or the worst part of it so far hasn't really been anything gameplay related. It's the fact that if you want to play this team, you want your channeling on Deepwood, and that means she's not on Emblem, and that means you have to swap your builds around, and then your channeling's going to be on the wrong build next time you play her in another team, and that's a pain in the ass. That's pretty much the biggest flaw that KINICH has. It's that Pyro character, either channeling or Daya, is going to want to be on Deepwood, and is going to make it a pain in the ass the next time you play that character in another team. It just is what it is. If you want to minimize that, I guess you could have a custom preset for Shangling that's Deepwood, and then rely on the default preset to put her back on Emblem, right? Like, you can do quick configuration to put her back on Emblem. You gotta fucking make sure this works properly. That means you'll need to have your artifacts free. And then you set up your custom configuration to be on Deepwood. But, I mean, it's... The fast equip system is so bad that it's still not something I'd really rely on. It really is loadouts at home, yeah. Was that Feder plus 12? Yeah, that's the best thing you could recommend me, because it's ass. Completely ass. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the teams. Obviously, I haven't covered every single team you can play, but this definitely has been the main teams I recommend for him. In terms of how strong he is overall, honestly, he's pretty solid. Again, it's kind of hard to properly evaluate him because the Abyss Blessing is so good on him. But I would definitely put him in like the upper average group of carries. He's strong and unique enough to justify his place in your on your account if you want him. But not so strong that you'll feel like you're missing out on something if you don't have him, like Nebilet. Compared to Molani, I'd say that he's easier to play, I think. Getting his kit to properly work will take someone who hasn't looked into him beforehand. Maybe like a few minutes, like 10-20 minutes of actually like testing and practicing. But once you get the basic controls down, he's very straightforward and pretty easy to play. Whereas with Molani, the basic controls are very straightforward and easy, but you're a lot more reliant on good timing with the rest of your team. So getting the right rotations matters a lot more. And for more casual players, that tends to be a bit harder than just the sort of difficulty that comes with KINICH's early learning curve. I'd say that for experienced players that focus more on speedrunning, Molani is definitely better. Whereas if you're looking at more casual gameplay, I probably would say that KINICH is better. Obviously, there's a limit to how much I can guess like this, right? I have to extrapolate from how I expect other people to experience the game, which, well, I'm not omniscient or omnipresent, so it's not a perfect science. So let me know if you find him to be better or worse in the comments. Let me know if you agree with my assessment. I'll be covering this more in the post-release, obviously. So you can look forward to that. And that pretty much does it. So I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Okay! We're done. Let me tell the editors. Recorded KINICH first impressions. So about the exploration, yeah. But do you think I wasn't gonna do it? You think I was gonna change my mind? This isn't voiced, right? That's gonna be annoying, but it's fine. down? Over there. Before I do it, let's go... Oh, never mind. I'm Hooney! Are you here to help find the baby Saurians? Alert its voice? Wait, is it? Why can't you access the settings in here? Fucking dogshit game. He's gonna send some of his friends over to help us. Ribozo. The glasses guy is a con artist. Baby Saurians, oh no, what are we gonna do? It's okay, Hooney, don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby Saurians? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad Saurian got injured. Her name's Nana. She has 3 little babies. After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them. If Nana's your dad's Saurian, why isn't he the one looking for them? I'm not gonna do voices, but I'm gonna try to do actual voice acting. How does that sound, chat? My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for the turn fire night. It's a really important ceremony. More important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him. I didn't think it would take very long. But then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories and it wasted so much time. Yeah! He was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart. I can't voice act dialogue like this, it's so ass. Sorry. I also suck at voice acting, but that's fine. It's alright. Don't let him get to you. We're here now, and we'll help you. Because we care a lot. Don't we, traveler? We sure do. So, are the baby Saurians nearby? They should be! I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the cliff. Leave it to Paimon and me. Shouldn't take long. Really? Wow! Thank you so much, Miss Traveler, Miss Paimon! Awesome! You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really steep. Even grown-ups have trouble climbing them. I was trying to make it so that, Traveler and Paimon don't actually care, and they were being sarcastic. Did that show? No? Really? I think you were too subtle? That wasn't subtle at all, though. We care a lot. Like, that's not subtle. Whatever, it's fine. Wah! Wah! Oh! We found them! Wait, what's that other? A how? Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can't blame you. Such is the spell that our majesty cast on our minions. Very well! You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty dragon lord, Kahulahau, shall grant you the audience that you seek. Come, pucker up. You may now kiss our feet. Wait, aren't you like KINICH's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met. How the fuck is Paimon saying this, by the way? Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the nation of Flame! We shall have you know that last time, were it not for KINICH's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single word of mercy. Oh, come on. You talk big, but KINICH clearly has you under lock and key. Oh, great sovereign. What brings you to this mountaintop? That's more like it. If you must know, our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident near Huitztlan. I don't know how to pronounce this. And we chose to grant his request. Because Ahau is way more annoying than Paimon? No! Ahau is more abrasive than Paimon. He's not more annoying. Abyss incident? See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her confusion, she attacked my servant's tribe, then assailed her own offspring. Yikes! So, how's she doing now? How is a breath of fresh air? Exactly! He is a breath of fresh air. She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of the abyss. Naturally, she's departed for the Night Kingdom. Such a fragile creature. Apparently, she ended her struggle by leaping from a cliff. Wait, she fucking killed herself? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. What the fuck? Leaping from a cliff? My dear anemic... Wait, the... Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? How can you call him annoying when he calls Paimon an anemic flying ant? Like, he knows what's up. My dear anemic flying ant, as addled with questions as your head may be, please keep them to yourself. And wipe that absurd expression off your face. We are the almighty dragon lord Kahulahau, not a wish-granting fountain. Anemic flying ant? Just you wait. Two can play at the ugly nickname game. We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer must be lurking. An evil sorcerer must be lurking nearby. They're well hidden. If you encounter any suspicious outlanders, be sure to give them a robust investigation. Suspicious outlanders? Wait, you're mocking us? Ha! How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen? You're just lucky that our servant has such vile taste in friends. Otherwise, we would beat you black and blue, and then purple, then black again. If you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my sight. Do not impede the work of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula-How. Sorry, Ahau. Chat, give my Ahau voice acting a rating from 1 to 10. It's not allowed to be higher than 8. Okay. Unironically 7 to 8. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Now do all the voices in a clocky? Ah, shit. Woo! Woo! That's not clocky, that's just cuckoo. How is fun to voice, though? Wow, you're back already? That was so fast. See, okay. Who wrote this? No one would see this and think this is genuine. Like, you don't say so unless you're being sarcastic. Who did this? It's a child? Yeah, but it's not the child who wrote this. So glad that the babies are alright. Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop worrying about them. You're welcome. Piece of cake. You're not from that one, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing. You should come take a rest at my house. Yeah, please come! I promise, you'll get a big Scions of the Canopy welcome. We love having guests, and you're really nice people. Not like Glasses Guy. By the sounds of it, Glasses Guy wasn't from Natlan either, right? Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know what? Now that I think about it, there was something really fishy about him. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned. Could you tell us a little bit more about him? Sure, if you're interested. Let me think. How did the conversation go again? Please, mister. Wait. This is a flashback, so... Please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. When are you gonna help me find the baby Saurians? Just one more story. One more, I swear. Why don't you tell me more about that ball of fire? I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago? 1,000 years ago? Maybe even further back than that. Oh, you mean Turnfire?
That's where the ancient name Malipo comes from. Oh, wow. So it's the origin of an ancient name? That's impressive. Uh-huh! There's a story behind every ancient name. Legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand Alliance. It was used by the tyrant Ok Khan to rule over Notland and oppress anyone who opposed him. Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel a horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away. And whatever you do, you mustn't turn back to look at it. Why? What happens if you turn back? As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp. Well, good golly gee! I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but burning people alive, that's a big no-no in my book. Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Okhan was really was an evil tyrant. Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess. Eventually, a valiant hero came to save the day? That's how these stories usually go. Bro needs a new mic? You don't get it. This is the flashback mic, okay? Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff. Their hero was called Yupanqui. Yupanqui? I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce the U. He's the ancestor of our tribe. Mm-hmm. Okay, is mm-hmm her favorite thing to say or what? Why, whatever. Yupanqui was friends with Okhan the Tyrant and also Spelunke, the first Pyro Archon. I also don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this one. I'm just fucking guessing. I don't fucking know. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time. Spelunke? Eh, whatever. Good enough. He didn't like how Okhan was such a cruel tyrant, so he stole the Turnfire and threw it at Okhan's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and they all got turned to ash. And that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Okhan calling out to him from behind. It caught him off guard, and he turned around to look. But Okhan wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army in ruins, and giant flames reaching up into the sky. A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes and swallowed him up. All it took was a single glance. As soon as he looked back, he was burned to a crisp. Question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire? Or the price of turning back? Nobody knows the answer, but the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned more fiercely than any other. It burned for 100 years until it burned a hole right through the ley line. And then, shh, the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day. The grown-ups say that it lights up the path that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, they have to accept the flames and be purified by the fire first. It's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's the story of Yupanqui's Turnfire. Why is this question mark, by the way? Is this not just Enjo? Like, we've met him before. Like, we've met him in this form before, have we not? Because spoilers? Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out, I guess. Yeah, I guess the kids don't know. Then why are they showing us his face? I keep speaking, my bad. I hope the flashback is done. Ah, a fine parable indeed. So is it true? Is it really possible to find this fire in the Night Kingdom? I don't know. I think it's just a story. Either way, I assume this name has been passed down in your tribe ever since. Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night. But that was 500 years ago. Yeah, and now it belongs to KINICH. We often call him Malipo KINICH. KINICH, huh? Alright, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the baby saurians for us like you promised? I would. But doesn't the Legend of the Turnfire teach us not to look back? Let's not go dredging up the past. Tell me more about this KINICH guy. One more story, I swear. Starting now. No? Careful, Toba. You're dangerously close to cursing me out right now. You can't have that. Cursing is for grown-ups only. Uncle! You better not be trying to trick us, or the Turnfire will get you when you die! How would it get me if I'm outside of Natlan? Uncle Glass isn't from here, you know. Unlike you. Oh! Wait, is that? Alright, kiddos, I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah. They'll help you out on my behalf. Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake. Really? Well, first, can you tell us your name? We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka. Seriously? If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you. Huh? Where? Wait, Uncle Sanka, where did you go? Okay, we can finally go back to the real mic chat.
Alright, we're sorry. We're back. We're back. How was that? Yeah, definitely a fishy character. Sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names. Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed us too. He'll pay for this. All he got out of us were some stories, though. What's the worst that can happen? Loogie. Traveler, maybe we should go tell KINICH about this. The house says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. We probably shouldn't take him at his word. You know KINICH? Not very well, but we have met him before. And one time we had a meal together. Aw, man! I'm so jealous. I've never even spoken to him. He's so cool! He's a Saurian hunter. And he has a really awesome ancient name. Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Probably because of that little creep he always hangs out with. He's nasty. And he's so full of himself. Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahula How? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too. Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too. He sure loves pushing people's buttons. Exactly! I don't know why KINICH partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead? Uh-oh. Huni, look how late it is. We've been out way too long. We better get home now, or we'll get yelled at. Yikes, you're right. Okay, well, this path here leads to our settlement. If you decide to visit, remember to come to my house. If there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon. We gotta run. Bye for now. First quest completed. Time for the second one. Turn on the voice acting? Are you telling me you don't want my voice acting? Is that really what you're telling me? Is my voice acting not good enough for you? I see how it is. Well, if my voice acting isn't good enough, then I'm not questing anymore. Frick you. Frick you. Alright, let's rate Jamie. I hope you guys enjoyed the short little thingy. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow.